to think about when you're born into a fire. Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? The demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a
Hello and welcome. Thank you all very much for joining us today. And there we go. Make sure I make it so you can actually hear the players and their eyes. We have a few announcements, and by a few, I know of one main announcement for the evening. If you're over on Twitch and you like using emotes, you can now go through and actually use Mila emotes. There's a happy emote for Mila. There's a angry emote. There's a sad emote, and then there's a raptor emote. So if you like to try those out and you're a subscriber, more than welcome to. Appreciate you. Other than that, I don't think I have anything. Any of
20 has dark mode now. It's amazing.
true.
It is.
Very, very
Oh,
true.
yeah. It is great.
Dark mode is a wonder. A wonder.
I can feel my eyes again.
Yeah, I have the light source. So I'm like, it's nice to have everything on dark mode for everything, everywhere, all the dark mode, all the time.
My entire journal is I turned the background gray so that it was the closest thing to dark mode, so that when I open it, I'm not blinded every time.
Yeah, I do not. It's a smart idea.
You want blinding? Turn Discord to light mode. See what happens.
No, thank you.
Who would ever do that?
People
Ooh.
will enjoy pain.
Few people I know for some reason.
I just met one, it sounds like.
No.
Good. I'm good without that in my life. Well,
Same.
with that being said, Asker, are you ready for a recap from last session?
I think so.
Hey, cat.
I have all of my notes actually written down in the thing where everyone can look at them. There currently is an anonymous hedgehog and an anonymous kangaroo looking at my notes.
Let's add one more. Give me one moment.
Go for
Let's
it.
all join
What's my next
Asker's.
anonymous answer going to be?
I'm not going
Okay.
to be anonymous.
Oh god, now there's 4 of you. Hello, everyone in my notes. So, we picked up last session in the Gravenhold estate. And by the Gravenhold estate, I mean the Gravenhold weird sewer mansion thing that they have. We left off the session before with a blackguard turning around the corner. Thank you, Roll20, for letting us see the name of what was rolled with initiative. But this man was yelling about some children being killed in front of him. Asker has nothing about that in his in her notes about, where he may have gotten such a wrong feeling of anything. But he also had his head removed, maybe also by Asker. Asker in angel form has no memory of these things happening, which, let's see. Mila jumped back to come help, which was wonderful because I can always use the Mila backup because Mila is tank. We have so many tanks in this group.
Tank
And then
damages.
Asker had a brief moment where a certain Aurora may have broken through the bit of light fog that Asker was happening about someone yelling about looking for their missing child. God, hello everyone in my notes now. It's like now I have 5 viewers in the notes.
Don't know what you're talking about. Keep going.
Yeah, of course. So we now have a wonderful new companion who is an amazing snow leopard of Plomine. They are a monk, of which we will hopefully continue to see all of the cool monk things that they can do. They came running up to the child who had casted banishment on Cypher and who Mila had pretty well ripped apart at the time that Aurora got over there to questionably finish the job to put this small child out of her misery, as that we may have murdered all of her siblings and her father in front of her, and she was going through some very traumatic experiences in this sewer. Shirku got to finally meet back up with his dad. Asker missed pretty much that whole reunion because Aurora pulled her into a room of which Milo went through and threw a bunch of books on the floor. Thankfully, by some happy accident, able to find the switch that led to the child who successfully got away from us the first time, thankfully. And then Zastrava played a major role in saving this child's life and questionably unwarlocking them, which, is just a terribly scary thought that you could do that to someone. Hello, kitten. Zastrava's got the kitten cam going. Mila was very against keeping the child alive, and had Asger realized that the child casted fucking Finger of Death on her, Asger may have also been maybe questionably against it. Thankfully, I made my save, and I'm also resistant to necrotic, because I was so close to dying.
It's better than disintegrate, at least, right?
It was better than disintegrate. Had disintegrate happened, I wouldn't have had resistance to it, and I would have been a pile of ashes. I have a couple of other character ideas, but I don't love any of them as much as I love Asker. As that I have art of Asker, which of course means that she will die in the near future, now that I have, nice artwork of her.
It's true.
And then we low-key got a shopping episode when we went into the treasury of the Cheeto! Sorry, I don't know if any of you could hear my cat screaming in the background, but
We can.
he's having a moment, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. where was I? Shopping episode in the Gravenholds treasury. I believe Aurora picked up the lamp originally, and then
Brushed her hand over it.
brushed a hand over, released the genie, and now, the man with too powerful of a pirate ship already has gotten yet another upgrade to the ship with a magical salesman that is decided to tag along. We also made an absolute butt ton of money, which is amazing, because we've all been very poor for a very long time.
Yes, we have.
And then Cypher popped back into existence, kind of confused about everything that had happened while they'd been gone.
Yeah.
And I think that covers everything.
Nope. So I summoned the skeleton. It picked up the Blackguard's sword. It's not
forgot about
obeying
that.
me as clearly as most of my skeletons do. Slightly concerned about that.
It was picking up other weapons for you, but as soon as it picked up that sword, it decided the other weapons were no longer useful to it at all.
Yes.
Asker,
So see where that goes.
you do get 3 fate points. So the Strava you get 2.
So, since we released the genie, does that mean we get 3 wishes?
I don't think that's how
Only
it
if
works.
they're related to capitalism.
You want to donate money? You might be able to find something there.
Yeah, you donate money, you get magical items. It's a perfect system.
Yeah.
We'll offer to make you a potion of wish, because you can apparently make magic potions.
How much would a wish potion cost?
A lot. It's a very rare item.
I don't know if you could pay for one.
No.
Right.
Someone's just going out and giving out a lot of fate points right now. 4 to Mila and 1 to Cypher. So now we reconvene as you all head out of the sewers, as I believe where your direction was going.
We were going
Yeah,
to
we're
meet
heading
the
up to the
mayor.
mayor's.
Yep. Well, going to Evelyn's to meet with the mayor, I believe.
As we're moving,
Mhm.
could Aurora try to slip 300 gold into each of their pockets?
Make that sleight of hand check.
Cool.
And actually make about 4 of them.
Yep.
Or 5. 5. I can count. Yes. It's like, I don't think anyone's passive perceptions has beat your sleight of hand yet.
Well, you might have to say in what order you're going in.
Yeah. Say what order you're going in. It really depends which person is which.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Asker first one, Zastrava second one. Shirku, what's your passive perception?
17.
You watch as this newcomer that comes up and tries to put like her hand in your pocket, but you see that she has like money she's trying to put in.
What are you doing?
Nothing? You need not know. Just ignore me. She once again tries to put the money into his pouch.
A little less sneakily.
Yeah.
He kind of just watches her going, raising the eyebrow, going, what?
Which
I guess she doesn't want to carry it.
does give you disadvantage on Cypher. Cypher, what's your passive perception?
It's like 12.
Yeah, Cypher's not gonna.
I was like, even with
I
this.
wouldn't really fight this anyway. You guys
Look, how wise can you possibly be if you're making deals with the various Dark Lords?
I've seen a monk go through and do it before, so. And then Mila, I believe your passive perception beats a 10.
18.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you watch as you actually see the little interaction between Shirku and Winter, and then you see the little interaction between Winter and Cypher, and then you watch as Winter comes over to you to deposit money to you as well.
Let's see. Actually, I think Mila would have quite the fun bit with this. And think, in seeing Aurora going and doing it to Cypher, Mila's like, oh, but what if we played hide and seek? And we'll try to find a pillar to hide behind to give the kitty a good scare.
So Aurora, as you're going to go and look for Mila to give her 300. Mila, you mind rolling a stealth check? What's your passive perception, Aurora?
19.
You're like,
Wow.
One above.
I got a 20 on my stealth.
you're like, you go to where you knew Mila was, but you don't see her.
Then you start to feel something on the back of your neck, and you start to hear a psst, psst,
She's gonna
rustling your fur.
She's gonna reach her hand back and try to touch it.
Licks the hand.
It's just happening in chocolate.
And now her fur is standing up on it. Why?
So, as I feel like Mila doesn't necessarily like licking fur normally. She's used to licking scales. So you do get that mouth, that tongue full of fur from the.
And so Mila's laughing and like also like working on scraping this fluff off her tongue.
You would have been just watching Aurora just depositing money. So.
At that one, you do see. Everyone else has heard that too now too.
He would be laughing a bit.
She doesn't even bother to be stealthy now. She just plops it into Mila's hand.
Nice.
Mila likes to play. Don't worry, Aurora. She doesn't bite. Friends, anyways.
As you said that.
Insult at this insinuation, Shirku.
Friends, anyways.
I bit Shirku once when he was being mind controlled.
That was me being
She
mind
also-
controlled.
She also threatened to bite me a couple of times, to be fair.
That's true.
Are you not part of the
Debate.
party?
I am the great in-depths. I'm a pirate captain. A captain
He
of
also
a ship.
Said
shot
that.
Strava. And for that, he's on probation.
When I was-
Cypher's gonna pipe up. Aren't you technically a sky pirate captain now?
Airship pirate?
And at
So I
the
was just
sound
gonna,
of.
like, shoot daggers.
Ooh, I like the sound of that actually.
Aster just turns to all of you and just goes, "We don't talk about that in the open."
We're not in the open. We're currently underground.
I did not know about flying ships.
It's a marvel. I can't wait for you to see it. It's going to rain such marvelous destruction tomorrow.
All right.
And he's going to continue leading the way.
Yeah.
Happy and.
We have things to do.
All
Yep,
the things.
we have things to do.
Asper's gonna like step up to Cypher and just be like, "So now that we've taken care of the people who put the curse on us, do you think the flame's okay?"
We'd have to go look at it. It depends what they did to it.
I see that smile.
I have nothing to do with what happened to this flame.
So as you.
Do we need to look inside of the house for spell circles and things?
For something like this, the circle should be near or around that fire.
Okay.
And Aurelie, who's back, basically hiding behind Zastrava for most of you still, speaks up. Are you talking about the, I did something for older sis.
Oh?
She said there were some bad people who killed someone important to her. So I asked my friend to help bring them to justice.
What did you have to do for your said friend?
I don't remember too much of it. I said a lot of words.
Do you have to draw or create anything physical?
I didn't. My friend did.
Where did they draw this stuff?
It's all gone now, but it was in my room.
We need to go to the child's room.
She just said it was gone.
There could be remnants left behind. Something this powerful doesn't exactly just disappear completely. I hope not.
And during this, Mila is silently yelling at Zastravans what?
Shirku just looks over at the group for a moment, wondering, I don't think this is related to the flame.
I have no idea what
Whatever she
any of you are talking about.
We had a demon after us, and some divine intervention stopped said demon, and we came back to deal with demon and an undead horde.
Oh.
So we're planning on doing the same thing. Yes, that's what Asker said.
Right.
Oh, we haven't caught you up on things. There's an army horde coming to the city
Oh, I knew that from
eminently.
Krillge.
Okay.
We fought some on our way.
What was... Oh. Okay. And I guess, what was your plan in leaving and staying and such?
She just shrugs. I'm here to destroy the demon and undead hordes for
Okay.
Flomine's light.
Ah.
Yeah. Can roll with us then. Let's clear out this area and get going with the next part.
Mm.
We've stopped the Gravenholds from causing further problems with the army that's coming for the city. And then it's talking to the mayor.
Yes.
I think we need to go see the kids' room in the flame to see if we stop that ritual.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you were
We should-
already in my room.
She
In the
means
sewer?
We all live down here.
I think
It's-
The
You're gonna say
building
you won't
maintenance
float.
person in me is just like, how often do you change your air filters? It's not going to be enough.
I mean, it wasn't actually in my actual room, but it was in the. You were all in there. It was the room with all the books. This is where I performed it. Daddy didn't let me go into use the office or anything.
I'm sorry, child, but your father and family sound horrible.
I mean, they weren't always the
office.
nicest, but they were family.
You know, Shirku's had a similar experience. He might be able to give you some advice in that.
Shirku just looks to the ceiling for a moment. I don't think so.
Incredible mixed barbs and praise. I love it.
But Shirku, this group also killed your family, who were also questionably evil people.
I believe Shirku's family is right here.
You are
Yes.
the last
Get
and so
wrecked.
far the best of any of them that I've seen. And I'm rather glad that you are the best of any of them that we've seen.
His mother just used him. She was not family.
Oh, Shirku, do you have some things to catch him up on?
Yes,
Well, your son
I was-
protected them like family when we went to stop them.
Yes, I have plenty to catch him up on when we get back.
I know of the fall. It was hard to not notice the influx of more demons, even from without my eyes.
Yeah, that might have been our fault.
As long as that witch is dead, it is good.
She is, along with most of the brothers and sisters, except for one. The youngest sister.
The assassin one.
And you see, again, you can't really see because he does have a blindfold covering his eyes. He just kind of looks. I left long before I got to know most of the little ones. But if they grew up half as bad as their mother, they all deserve death.
The youngest one didn't go into the same cult as her mother.
I feel so justified.
And she was looking for escape for what I understand. The others, however, fell into the same line of work.
And good that they're all gone. Okay. Names are hard. So are we staying down here to investigate more? And he just casts his face over to you, Cypher.
I say we go look at the flame first. It'd be the easiest way to tell if something is still running or not.
Then good, I can get my new crew to my ship. It would be marvelous to get up there.
Yes, and
I can only
the guards
do
probably
that at
don't.
certain points. We want to make sure that I'm taking them up the same time I'm taking you guys up, or you're stuck down here for the night.
A very good point.
If we get close enough, Nova should be able to at least help most of us back up that way too.
Can Nova carry people? Like most
Yeah.
things that fly can't like account for another.
Nova's able to carry some. She's not necessarily the strongest, but she can help, maybe. Her and
It's easy to carry a lot of weight while swimming. Some weight while running. Not a lot of weight while flying.
her and Aerith do take to the skies sometimes.
They were known to go up and about by themselves, but Earth wasn't wearing plate armor then either, so. Depends on how much, like, already? These three, who my newest crew? Probably could.
Yep. And definitely couldn't carry all of us in the armor and laden with the gold. If you want to leave the gold behind, I suppose.
You just see Hidden Depths look at you like you just...
And like Mila looks at him like understanding like, yeah, this is why we're doing things the right way. You understand now.
If it's lights that you require, I mean, Hidden Depths, I could always offer you my services to get us up somewhere. It would only cost you a slight fee. How much are we
How does
talking?
it feel to have two of you now?
As
The only way to beat capitalism is with greater capitalism.
As that, depending on the fee, not bad. I won't have to stay down here. I can get back to my ship. How much is the fee?
For a measly, 100 gold, I will get you and your new crew up to this ship. I'm excited to see how it flies.
See? 100 gold. Not bad. I'll go out to my ship now.
And he starts climbing up the ladder to get out of the sewer.
I almost thought he was gonna say, "Oh, that's per person."
I'm not that greedy. I still get to keep my flying carpet. He's only renting it for... Actually, we'll get all of us up in one trip. He's only renting it, and I'm using it myself. 100 gold. Great profit margins.
It's not a problem. Even though it took out the Gravenholds, what about the guards? They don't know any of this.
That sounds like you are the problem. I'm going to go. And he just starts climbing up.
Shirku follows.
Um, so Hidden Depths, Jean-Jacques, and the three new crewmates all hop on a flying carpet, and at this time of night in the night docks, it's actually pretty empty right now. You guys have been down here a lot longer than you thought, and it's about midnight now.
What time did we come down here?
Start of the night, like 8, 9.
Yeah, that's
Asper's
good. Well.
gonna like put up her hood and just be like, I really need to go to the tower.
Well, let's head
Okay.
to the tower on our way back to.
Have we
Where?
gotten everything we need from down here?
We're not sure. Probably why we're going to the tower to find out.
Okay.
We may need to come back, but I think checking the tower is a more urgent priority.
The tower is heavily guarded. Who do we want to go?
I mean,
I'd like to see the flame.
Okay.
at this point, most of the guards aren't out and about either. There's like a few here or there
Well, yeah, but like last time I flew down.
in the middle
there
of the
were
day.
plenty.
Also screaming doom.
Doom! Doom!
Yeah.
We should
Oh, that was
name
on
you
a
the
separate trip,
Doombird.
but yes. I was
That's
helping them get their cardio in.
That's your new nickname, the Doombird.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
Then you and Asker?
I'm fine with this.
Do the rest of you want to just go take the little one to the mayor's?
I need to come with you to check the arcane side of things. Great, I get to travel with you two.
Okay.
Well, at least
Did
somebody
you
has
mean
to
anything by that?
That's
He
Oh,
doesn't
a bit
just
delicate.
believe
so
in
excited.
Fulmium. He prefers his powers to come from a darker source.
Hmm.
Try not to
I
kill each other.
just prefer to rely on myself.
Well, hold on.
Is that
That's
why you made deals?
a lot of. It's a bad ratio of delicates to tanks. Shirku, can you keep Sistrava safe going to the mayor and Evelyn?
If I knew where the mayor lived, sure.
With the child before. And the slime. And the aboleth.
That we brought the mayor's child to.
We kidnapped that child to Evelyn's because we're bad.
We
at
did
Yeah.
investigate that house to figure out what had happened. So it's a place you
Ah,
have been
over
before.
there.
I need you to keep Sistrava safe because you are not quiet enough.
I
to
believe
go to the flame
between
tower.
my son and myself, this little one, and the one I haven't heard say a lot, we would be fine.
Yes, I do believe it'll be fine.
Okay.
I do think it's time we get her back to her parents. Or no, well, we get her back to someone she can be comforted.
Question.
Catch that.
Does Shirku wear anything over his head?
No.
No?
No.
Does Shirku have a helmet on or anything?
As practical as it would be to have one, no. He wouldn't have gotten a hold of the helmet during his travels.
Hmm.
Do remember, you are wanted for murder in this town.
The casual reminder. Mhm.
Yes, but it's also nights, and not many people can see that well in the dark.
Oh,
That has nothing to do with the fact that you're wanted for murder.
and going to talk to the mayor.
I think I can still travel without anyone recognizing me.
I do
unless
have
we
a
get too
disguise
close.
kit. Worst case.
Worst
Look,
case
it's
scenario, I'll
something
just
to
have to
think
knock
on.
a few people out.
Maybe pick up some new clothes. There are lots of clothes.
That's true.
Bismillah will indicate generously.
Yeah. They do have some studded leather
And-
armor too that could be used.
Then hidden depths. You have a lot of
Hid-
people to take care of.
Hidden Depths is gone
Staying
already.
Here is probably. Oh.
They went up on a.
Because Hidden Depths took the carpet up. Okay, yeah, very good.
There's also a skeleton. Well, a leather-bound, cloaked figure with a great sword behind, on his back, next to you guys as well. Just watching.
Right. Either way, we should probably get moving. We don't have much time to spare.
Yep.
Huh?
So, how are the groups going? Is it? Well, more of
Mila,
Cypher.
ask Aurora, Cypher.
The question I have for you, Cypher. What order do you try to give your skeleton?
The usual one is just to stick with me, like to follow me.
But you're going up with Mila and Isker and Winter
I am.
on a bird.
No, I'm not
Or-
flying them. We're making
We're
way over to the
walking
tower.
Towards it.
Like I only have so many wild shapes, and
Okay.
so once I go bird form, like we are fully leaving.
Okay. So you're all just kind of going from night docks towards the tower then right now.
hmm
Okay. So you're all just following. Okay. Good to know.
Yep.
As you guys cross over the you get to the bridge and start to cross over, and you actually perceptions was Mila was a 19?
18.
18.
Mine is 9. Oh, wait, never mind. That
That was a roll.
other group.
Mila, you're the one to notice it first.
No, Mila's with you guys.
You're with
Because
all of
Mila
it.
said if you're taking Asker and Cypher, you need to have one more.
That would
frontline.
be everyone. You're all together because you'd
Okay.
have to cross. It's currently you're right now where Strava is in the night docks, so you're having to cross over there. Shirku's currently at around where the
I
mayor's
guess
house
if you want to
is.
show the map up on stream.
Will do.
We've got pretty far to walk. Sneak something.
So yeah, right now that's about your. So your guys are coming from where Sistrava is, moving up and over. Mila, you're the one who notices it first. It's midnight. There should not be a lot of guards out. There's about 30 guards in the area surrounding the tower. And like
hey,
in the
guess who
market
called?
square.
Guess who called that the tower would be guarded, y'all?
They seem to be like, and as you're able to just like look over, you hear them like whispering to each other, like kind of confused as to what's happening.
Oh no.
There is one that stands a bit taller than all the rest. The captain, Siegfried, is actually there. And you see he just seems to be staring out and looking. And are you all being stealthy, or were you all being
Yes.
Can you all give me a stealth check then? Group stealth. And I'll roll for the other two.
Well, I am the cursed.
He is a curse. I don't understand.
Nicely
why.
done.
22. Very nice.
Well, pretty okay. Actually, no. Those two are...
Yes.
Never mind. I was looking at the right side and I'm like, you guys don't have advantage. Yeah, that's enough.
Like, you know me, I always roll.
As you guys are all trying to remain quiet, the captain actually sees you, the group of you, because it's a large group and it's night, and you have to have some sort of light source and stuff like that. You guys aren't like super dark and quiet. Halt! And he just starts walking over to you all. And all of the guard that were just like kind of concerned just stiffen and go to at rest and like are ready and like paying direct attention. Your presence has been requested by the mayor.
Are
Don't
you waiting
run
for
into
us at the
this?
tower?
This is going better than expected.
Because you expected us to come over here?
And he looks
Truly
kind of
wisdom
like with
beyond their
a
years.
grimace on his face.
Mila freezes. Mila knows how to play. Red light, green
Against my better judgment, Mayor Therion has received word from a trusted citizen of Witherthorn. You are to meet with the mayor in the Black Quill. I will be joining you all.
going to make planning things a lot easier if we have all the big players all together.
Now
That sounds
hurry!
lovely. Can we
Also-
check that tower real quick?
Hurry into the quill,
Soon.
you murderers!
1, 2.
I'm
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Esther will just be like, only a couple of us are murderers.
What are you doing? Why is Aurelie with you? And he's just going to look even more. Give me an insight check, anyone who's curious.
I'm curious and trained in insight.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
perfectly balanced 12 on that insight. Thankfully, we have Zastrava who can do things.
Oh no.
So, Zastrava, Aurora, and Mila. You watch as he instantly tries to hide it, but there's actually a look of fear underneath, as that he sees that Aurelie's hiding behind Zastrava. He went from being like angry, scared, to just stoic and just trying to instantly cut off. And he's just going to about face and start walking to the Black Quill.
I'm gonna like look at Mila and kind of be like, can you make it up to the tower to check? I feel like you're the stealthiest one that could easily like skitter and come back.
We should still have a little bit of time.
Mila will bound forward, find the building, bound around, and bound back to the tower.
Also, like, wait, do I have any inspiration? I don't think I do. Never mind.
Mila, can you give me
Used-
a...
I still have inspiration from last time. Yeah,
Oh,
I
perfect.
never ended up using it.
Nice. Can you give me a stealth check then as you're trying to... I mean,
Yeah,
there's plenty
lose
of
them,
big
'cause-
figures that you can try and lose them behind too.
Well, and I just have a base 40-foot move speed, so if I do full round action just running and dashing off, it's pretty easy to just... maybe. So 14.
The guards do not take notice of you. They're a little more distracted by a captain coming through,
Mm.
and you're able to lose them.
Oh yeah.
So, are you climbing up to the flame?
Yeah, like climbing up on the building and hopping over, climbing up towards the flame.
Give me an athletics check
Mhm.
as you bound over and
Okay.
change your hands into more climbable.
To stone gripping claws. Athletics. Oh, I can do that one. Mhm.
You're able to... It takes a little bit of time, but eventually able to get to like kind of near the top where you just see the flame in front of you
Mhm.
glowing. Give me an Arcana check or religion. Or yeah, Arcana or
one
religion.
downside. It's the one downside to asking
Maybe a
Mila to do
nature.
this.
That's the person with the least amount of checking experience.
Definitely not Arcana. Let's see. That's a nat 1 Arcana. I just kind of want to roll these and see. Religion? I guess 11. I have been listening to Asker. Her stories are funny. And, nature though. Ooh, fire. Nah.
Fire doesn't
likes
look
fire.
great.
The
But
group just sees
it's there.
Cypher's like, my heart hurts for some reason, as if a great insult happened to the arcane.
Asger goes, my heart hurts a little, as if there was a minor insult to religion.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Okay.
do you rejoin them afterwards?
Yeah. And
Okay.
like, I've made fires. This is like, could use some fueling. I must also resist the temptation to touch it, probably, since it seems like this flame is important. It's a sad day.
Does Mila touch it?
It's gotta be a will save.
tell me you rolled well.
today. Yeah, it's a 24.
Good. I was waiting to tell you you died.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fair.
It's like touching an orb of annihilation.
hmm Look, Mila has a +8 to wisdom, but it's also like, it is fire. There's an inherent allure. Nope, Mila's responsible today. We'll bound off back towards the Black Quill.
Okay, so it's going to be a little bit for Mila to rejoin. As the rest of the party enters into the Black Quill, you can see that the bookshelves have all been pushed to the side, and there's been a table that's been put
And the rest
forth.
of you see the scattered door.
Yeah, there is no door. On the table, there is actually a map of Witherthorn that Elyn is kind of just at looking over. And a gentleman with a purplish cloak, nicer black robes, is also a little bit older, probably around 40s, mid 40s. Blonde with going gray hair, is just looking over. And as they see you approach, along with, well, the captain would be the first one they look up. If they were, and then they see you behind them. They have. It is an honor to meet you all. I've heard many a tale about what you've done for Witherthorn. Between murdering our citizens, murdering those who had an iron grip over our people, or at least some of their member, destroying creatures that tried to eradicate our society. I didn't know. There's a lot that my eyes have been open to today. And you just see Elyn kind of just smile. I've been informed that we're going to be under siege. And that for some reason the flame of Thomine is not going to be enough to save us. Is there any way that I can ask of you to defend the flame, defend Witherthorn, and help protect us from this onslaught?
Yeah, the flame might not be doing its job right now. We need to kind of
We're
look
going
into
to
that.
work on that, but in the meantime, we do have a bit of a plan. Hidden Depths, who I'm sure you're more aware of than you probably want to be with his history in this town, has agreed to help watch the southern gate, and then that would just leave the other two gates. If our group takes one and the guard would be willing to take the other with Elyn's help or anyone else who is able-bodied enough to keep this place safe, we could hopefully rebel or push back this attack. Repel is the best.
The god of Witherthorn, while being populous, the god is, especially after recent activities, not as strong as it used to be. And Captain Siegfried, you just... Losing the lieutenant hurt our guard's morale very... 20 members have deserted the guard. I might be able to get them back with the news that I've been informed today, but the possibility of mass panic, especially in the Bone Spring,
Do you think you could bring the people of the Bone Spring inside the wall, just temporarily, to get past this crisis?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Ask her. People's lives depend on this roll. Look at those single digits on this important life-saving roll, ask her.
I'm going to put all 8 fate points into that.
18.
I have a +7 to persuasion.
Yeah.
And you rolled a 3. We may be able to get them in. It depends on when the attack starts.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people, a lot of sleep that it has done. You get 4 of your fate points back, by the way.
Yay!
Aw, thank you.
Thank you.
And, yeah, barring any comments from the rest of the party, or are you guys saying anything?
Wish I could have gotten to the lieutenant sooner. Saved him.
We have dealt with those responsible at this point.
Mm.
Speaking of
But-
connected to those actions, you have someone who could use some looking after, and who happens to be friends with your little one.
Yes, the
really?
child with much misery. Misery.
And he sees Aurelie and... like, she runs up to give him a hug. And
Asper will just be like, from what we saw, our friend Zastrava over there was able to help break
Exorcise
the curse
the
her
child.
family put on her.
well,
Exercise the
she runs up to hug him and hugs him. He has a look of complete shock on his face and concern. And like, he does a pat on the back, but otherwise looks... what have you all done?
We've
What we promised we would before we left,
yes.
temporarily.
Which
It just
was...
took us a little longer to get done what we said we would.
The town is yours again.
Why do I feel like
How is he
This little
taking
one
this?
is free to be
And
herself
could I
again.
insight if he's like a danger to the child?
you want to make that first insight check? Yep.
Well, that's a pretty cold reaction.
Could I also make that check?
Yes. Yes, you
Okay,
can.
cool.
I thought you
I
were
guess we're
having-
just watching for signs of trouble with the 9.
Weren't you having trouble with the Gravenhold?
Ooh.
Oh, Aurora. I love this nat 20, nat 1 duo.
I still got 10 from it.
Mila,
Yeah,
you're kind of
That's
shocked.
impressive.
So, Zastrava. Well, yes, he didn't necessarily like being under the Gravenholds' thumb. You instantly can tell he was planning on using the Gravenholds to help save this city.
Oh,
Mm.
oh no.
He also is very shocked about the change of... there's a change in Aurelie he wasn't expecting to see. And he's very confused about that and wondering, like, the...
We on Wednesday Adam's turn.
yeah.
Well, is it that, or is he like disappointedly surprised?
Disappointedly surprised that she's not the same.
Yeah.
She
I-
used to kind of be a powerhouse.
more disappointed of this does not seem like a way to defend with like the
Okay.
reaction isn't going to be like she's very different.
Yeah, okay. I know they had a lot of influence in this city, but unfortunately, they were also the reason that you now nearly have a horde at your gates. So,
It's better to weed out the corruption inside the city so you're not fighting a fight on two fronts.
exactly.
Mila's proud that Asker's learned this lesson, arguably.
I mean, I knew this lesson this whole time. My plan was to destroy them before we left. A certain somebody made it very hard to do.
Water under the bridge, Asker. Completely forgive you.
I don't know how long my god could hold even one gate against a horde. And Evelyn speaks up. I would be there to help. Krillge also speaks up. My bow will slaughter many of them.
And
Speaking
my
of
claws will shred them to bits. That was like,
Speaking of
Very
those,
Look good.
you could technically have the guard on the walls with as arrows and bows, so they don't lose any lives.
If the flame's not going to be defending us, it's not going to be an easy battle, even with having the fact that we can be up on Captain's like, have more faith in the god. We will defend this city till our last drop.
And I can vouch that he'll be able to hold the walls. After all, I've faced your blade.
You gotta admire the spirit.
Yes, he's quite the fighter.
For anyone with a
Spirit's what's hopefully going to carry us through.
for anyone with a insight above 15, the amount that Captain Siegfried wants to squish Shirku's head.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is why we have separate gates for these two. Mila sort of waits and
Hey, I mean,
goes.
Shirku gave a compliment.
Asker will
But
just
that
be
doesn't
like,
mean they like you anymore.
well, this planning is very important. If at all possible, if I can take that one with me and that one, and she'll point to Aurora and Cypher and just go, we can maybe help the tower grow stronger again? I'm hoping.
Mila, what were you gonna say?
Oh yeah. And just Mila would go, I couldn't convince Evelyn to leave, so I will stay and help.
Doom on all of you.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
I'd like to ask her, could we hold like a midnight vigil in the town and maybe have the townspeople praying to help bolster the light?
I believe there's.
Assuming that there's still light there, and it hasn't been completely corrupted. That was the next part of this plan.
Okay, I thought you meant like a bolstering of Asker's leadership.
Oh,
Oh,
no, it's a
leadership
take
mode.
my energy, flame Sama.
Evelyn.
I got Cypher there.
Nice. What do you plan to do for the flame? How do you plan to impact it?
Personally, stop what's ever leeching off of it right now. That's my plan.
I just want to know what's going on with it.
Someone caused a ritual that drew upon the power of the flame. I've done some investigating since you all went down. The flame will die soon. I don't. Besides Elyn herself coming down and reigniting the flame, I don't think there's a lot that we can do. And at the mention of Elyn, Artemis is like, Elyn? Do you mean Plomine? Yes, Plomine. Sorry.
When do you think us combined could help bolster it?
I've already
Of
used
course.
my spark for the day. I needed to prove to someone that I wasn't a simple shopkeep.
I
Don't
may
look
have
at me.
used
I
mine
pulled
to
off one
defeat
big
the
mirror.
corruption inside the city.
Alright, Cypher, what was that?
Don't look at me. I pulled off one big miracle yesterday. That's all I'm good for.
And then ask her.
I was like, well, you see, I used my spark for the day to root out corruption inside the city.
So I don't think that there's anything we could do to reignite it, as unless any of you have magic beyond what I understand.
I have key.
Is it completely out?
It's failing, and I've seen a lot in my life. The magic required for that to even create a single flame is too immense. We would need to get a flame from another city and bring it here. How they ignited, that is how they would go through and ignite every flame whenever a new city was being born, is carrying a flame from one city to the other. There's not a lot who know how to do that anymore.
Evelyn, is there a way to create a way to bring me back if I teleport somewhere?
Why? I look at Cypher with this. What are you planning?
I mean,
To go talk to Grandpa, I assume.
Actually, Cypher's gonna look at Asker and go, if we could get me back here, me and you are going to Rolla.
Asger will be like, I'm not interested in going to Rolla, but I would make an exception for this. I don't want to get stuck there again.
if I was with you and had time to rest, I might be able to get us both back here.
Would a fully lit flame do anything against this horde?
It would keep them out of the gates.
I can get us close to Rolla, but I'm not making the final call on this.
What do you mean you can get us close to Rolla?
Are you
I've been-
planning? Are
I've
you
been
planning?
dabbling in some teleportation magic, and I know a location close to Rolla. It'll be a bit of a travel for us, but if we make it quick and let Evelyn rest, we might pull it off.
If I showed you a picture of a place, well, a drawing of a place that was directly inside of Rolla, would that help you?
If it had arcane ruins on it, yes.
Do you have the ability to send messages a really long distance?
Yes.
There's a certain mage who might have access to that information.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Are you planning on bringing a flame from there to here?
Yes.
Yes.
Evelyn's going to make a quick Arcana check. It possibly could be done. I would have to figure out a way to... It could be possible. As long as it's with us, yes.
think you could send a message to them? They could teleport here. You teleport us there. One of you teleports us back. This is a lot of teleporting, but
How much money you got? I remember the last time we asked a favor.
Edgar goes a lot more than we did last time. Last time we were broke and offering items.
Let me find a D4 real quick before you do this. I'm very curious which one it's gonna be.
Oh, let's hope it's a good one.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what are you guys doing?
Sending a message to Kai or back to all the other names.
Rowan, Esther, Hawthorne, Kai?
Yeah. Very simple. Hey, we're about to be attacked by an undead army. We got money. Teleport to us. We're Witherthorn.
Let me do
Yes,
some
we
kind.
do finally have money to start paying people for some things.
So that would be the other side of. They are on the other side of the world, so it would be noon there. Okay. Sorry, I had to do some calculations. And just how much are you willing to pay me for this? I have a lot of spells I'm working on right now.
He's gonna look at it. Cypher's gonna look at the party. They want to know how much money. I can't cast Sending too many more times. It's very draining to cast it that far.
Asger will say, when they get here and we get to Rolla, I will make a dent in the treasury of the castle for them.
Well, no, we have monies.
It sounds like the amount of monies that we need is enough money to convince them to come here, and more money to convince them to go everywhere else.
How much money do you think, Cypher?
Cypher's just gonna compose the message. If the plan goes off without a hitch, you'll have your pickings from Rolla's treasury.
Uh-oh.
That's close enough to what I said.
Rip. Asker, this is how you become the last of your line in charge.
My pickings. Where exactly in Witherthorn are you? I am very familiar with the city.
Oh, I have to tap into 4th level spells for this one. That hurts. Oh,
Northeast.
You can respond to this message.
we're at the Black Quill. I'm assuming he knows Evelyn. All these powerful people seem to know each other.
After about 12 seconds of you saying that, inside or at the door for the Black Quill, you start watching as this fire just and then and standing in front of you is Kai.
Oh, that's
God,
unfortunate.
we got Kai.
Oh, wait.
This was the
As I see
dragon,
Kai-
right? The Dragonborn?
No,
Or is
this
this the other
is the wizard.
Oh,
the
crap. I'm not going to say
Eladrin.
it out loud, but Cypher has the dread thought of, oh, we have a flying ship here.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
Deal with those consequences later, one consequence at a time.
And
This is why you only do one crime at a time.
you watch as he does like take a second as he gets here, sees the door off the handle, sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people all standing around a table, and then all of the guards, and he just takes a moment to look around, look up, and he immediately looks back down at you, Cypher.
In
I
my
would
defense,
love to know exactly how there is a flying ship above Witherthorn when I happen to very well know. And you see him saying that all of the other people, like Krillge, well, not Krillge necessarily. Krillge might have been aware of it already. Captain Siegfried and Artemis are like, flying ship? I would love to know how they're there when I happen to know that the only flying ship in existence happens to be over Osdell right now.
in all fairness, your other self taught me the spell.
I may have already used a 7th level power.
Besides, there's an undead army heading our way, so we needed quick travel.
Yeah.
An
I might
Travel
mention that.
and sky defense.
An undead army warrants the use of Rola's military secrets.
They're being led by multiple Darvods, Darvals, and they're
No, you were right with
Being
Darvods.
Darvods, and they were sent by the Man of Mirrors.
You know,
Specific.
before I dig myself a hole any deeper, Asker, I feel you should talk to your friend Kai.
Cypher, do you want to give me a what we call a persuasion check with a disadvantage?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Regardless, the flame on the tower is currently dying.
Oh, that's sad.
Ooh.
That is sad.
And we
Rip your nat 20.
Hey, Cypher,
Yeah.
you want to make me a charisma saving throw?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
And you just watch as Cypher disappears from existence
No.
as he is vanished.
I just watched this and I comment, that's the second time that today this has happened to him.
You
Now,
had a
who's
quarter for every time it
Done
happened.
a lot recently.
He like skitters up onto the table, and like his alarming colors, like looking where Cypher went.
who's going to give me a good enough reason why I should let that one come back alive?
Because he's the one who has the plan of fixing the flame in the middle of the city.
Why does
That's 'cause,
Witherthorn
we
matter?
collectively have that plan at the moment.
And
And I also mentioned how this was not to be used. Zastrava, however, I feel like is the best bet for getting her friend back alive from whatever plane of existence he's currently living in.
Because if you ever want your great and powerful wizardly secrets within Rolla to ever be shared with the rest of Rolla, he is your only way of getting into the former Mage's Tower.
I did not agree to this deal.
You're gone. You have no say.
and Mila's
So-
fluffed out in bee color or bee eater colors.
Can I ask if Aurora recognizes him?
Make a history check.
Okay. Let's get
Asker
a
will
history.
add, if it's any consolation, we can tell you whose flying ship it is,
Ah,
so you'll know who to look for.
Well, that might actually make things worse.
So first things first, Aurora, yes, you do recognize him. You know that it's, Kai. This one's Kai. You know a little bit about Kai Aster, Rowan Hawthorne. They are basically second in command of one of the biggest ships in the Roland military. Like, and specifically has done work with King Galen.
oh, so he's impressive.
Yeah.
So- Aurora standing in awe.
And basically would have been way outranking you back in the village. Yeah.
Fucking kitty in awe.
So my pick of Rola's treasures, is that correct?
Asgard will perk up and just, yep. You help me. I
That
help you.
tower. And he snaps Cypher back into existence. Your tower, your master's tower will be mine upon entering.
Oh,
Otherwise, I can just send you back permanently.
I don't think this is a fair trade.
Rola's greatest military secret for the waters. For one tower that you shouldn't have even had access to already anyway.
How about 50,000 gold worth of residual?
Your master tower, or you don't live to see the next day and I'll find what information I need from your spell book.
Mila's readying.
You know, I agree to this deal.
I'm very
Because you know your master and you know what it's probably like for anyone who's not you to go inside that place at this point.
Out of character. The tower's locked, and we never agreed on saying how to get into the tower.
good.
Mind you, consequences are consequences, but hey, deal with those later.
Exactly. One consequence at a time.
And Mila, since you were readying, you did notice that as you started to ready, and your perception's high enough, his hand did go and lay on his sword, and just like his eyes quickly flicked to you, and he definitely took note of you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, regardless, now that that's over with, to answer your question, the strategic value of the city means if it falls, the hordes of the undead and in turn the mirrored master, whatever his name is at this point, would continue until it envelops this entire continent and eventually reach all the way to Roa, which would in fact actually involve you, your entire crew.
This
and you can deal with
continent
it later when it's more difficult.
is a backwaters place that they wouldn't even be able to get off of this area if we wanted to. If it was such a concern, we could sink every ship that they could possibly use and then just leave them to rot on this forsaken continent.
Kai, there are nice people here. We're attempting to protect them.
I have a feeling they already have a
Aurora
way
wants
get
to
around
speak up,
that.
but she won't.
Oof.
Now that there is a proper compensation for the fact of giving away Rola's military secrets that should have never been given away, and he looks first at you, Cypher, and then looks at Asker with a look of shame.
I was banished into Plomine's realm. When this was happening, I came back to the Man of Mirrors on the ship. I had no control of any situation. If anything, I've mentioned many times that we shouldn't talk about it. But the person whose ship is currently flying up there seemed to have prior information then when we casted the spell. I didn't cast the spell, nor did I help cast the spell.
You keep speaking of this Man of Mirrors. It's a fairy tale.
Oh no, he's a munchin'
They're just
crunch.
gonna look up in the sky and go, I'm curious about making a deal.
You notice everyone around you stops. No one's
Kinda what I
breathing,
thought might
no
happen.
one's moving, no one's able to see
Okay.
anything. Oh, you're intrigued with making a deal now.
I was more intrigued with just getting here to meet this person, which, knowing them, they currently feel that they are in some form of stasis. So, like, that mission accomplished.
No one else is aware of anything. This is all, in a way, going on in your head. Thank you for
And
inviting
Grass
me
Asher,
in.
crazy.
I'll be enjoying my stay here.
I imagine you would be. You mentioned, and I assume it's a lie, that Galen made a deal with you.
Oh no. Gaelic 100% did make a deal with me. As long as he so breathes, my forces will not enter and destroy Rolla. I've held my end of that bargain. So far. And I plan to uphold it. Till the very end.
Don't imagine you'd be interested in making a follow-up to that deal.
Oh.
I would be very interested in making a follow-up
Ask her
to
commit
that
one
deal.
crime at a time.
I was thinking about this and I was curious what he would say. I didn't think this was going to work. I didn't get this far in my planning session in my head.
So,
Get away.
well, how would you like to make an extension? What do you have to offer?
I want you out of the picture for a questionably long time.
How so? Out of the picture, out of Rolla?
Out of all of the picture, we'd like you off of this world's influence for a while. Plomine at the moment is stretched a little too thin between you and the other one.
I mean, if I had another servant, maybe then I would be okay with that.
Servant like Cypher is a servant to you?
Servants like Asker's a servant to me. I'll leave Rolla. I'll leave this world alone for, say, another 5 years. That should give Plomine, well, Elyn, a chance to get things together.
5 years doesn't seem like a very long time if you gave.
But you would be my
Gaelic his entire lifetime.
you would be my servant, so that means you would be helping rid her of her problems.
I don't think that joining you in ridding her of her problems is a wonderful idea. I've seen people joining you to rid her of her problems. Exhibit A, and she just pokes at Cypher.
Ow.
Cypher's helped rid her of many a problem.
Seemingly has created just as many. We've created many together, but
I can't disagree fully on that.
also I feel like I would lose all of my connection to Plomine if I ever agreed to become a servant of yours.
Gaelic still has a connection to Plomine. Excuse me.
I ever seen Gaelic do any paladin things?
No, you don't really have seen him do a lot. I mean, besides talk, walk with you.
Did do a lot of that.
I'm kind of curious. Is my skeleton frozen in time?
Yes. Everything is frozen in time besides...
It had a
Skeleton-
weird demon blackguard sword. Who knows what side effects that has on a skeleton?
As you're just having a conversation, and then there's just that like Oblivion skeleton creak noise when they move.
And I'm almost curious if my echo,
Man,
if
that
my
would be
echo
so
would be able
good.
to move it with hyperactive.
This deal seems considerably too far leaning towards you than it leans towards the rest of the world.
When the rest of the world is on but the dagger's end, any little bit that helps blow it from one side to the other is not a good deal, is it not?
you've created an interesting proposition that I feel I'll get back to you on.
Just know,
no.
I'll be in your dreams. And you watch as he disappears, his eyes just start to grow and start to take over like the whole body as it just morphs into eyes and mouths and then just vanishes.
You see?
And time resumes as though nothing had happened.
Why are the freckles on the back of my neck suddenly standing up?
See, Kai, I told you they were real.
I don't know
Yeah, my
what you're
ribs.
talking about.
Yell about making.
You
a deal.
did not ask her.
Why
I should yell to make a deal.
Correct.
I want to make a deal.
No! As Mila goes like feather bop ask her, and then it's just like frozen midair for Bap and Kai.
Shirku was just having his freckles right before.
If Asker has to deal with seeing the demon, more people are gonna have to deal with seeing the demon.
This is not a good way of coping, Asker.
You know, the question is,
Asker, what did you just do? You made one of the most powerful people make a deal.
yeah, he might actually make a deal. So that means like
That is the
Rolla could be in trouble. And the question is like, is Anthem gonna tell us what's happening, or is Rain just
Asker-
gonna be like,
Asker will just be
time
like,
resumes?
we had, assuming that we can still talk while this is happening, whereas time paused again for all of us until you come to the conclusion of what I just did to you.
And
I'm
it's
like-
Kai. It's Kai.
Well, is it Kai though, or
Exactly.
is like in the consciousness where like all four of them are there?
Mm.
Well,
Oh.
once time resumes, Asger with that conversation will just be,
Asker's getting a feather for a face full of feathers.
I thought that he was lying about making a deal with the king, and he said that he didn't, which is why that he's left the continent of Rolla alone this whole time.
Makes a morbid amount of sense.
It kind of does. That's why I was curious as to what it would take to get him off of this world for a period of time so that we can get things right again.
Great.
It costs more than I think I'm willing to pay, though.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
Oh yeah.
I'll be going now. Good luck with this.
I'm guessing you made a deal with him.
And he turns and starts to, as he starts to walk away.
Oh no.
What was
That's
that?
ever.
Nice. Nice 17 insight.
Mhm.
All right, what are you trying to insight?
What that reaction was?
You don't know.
I want to try rolling because I want to see if he
Other
actually made a
face
deal,
after.
if I may.
Sure.
All right. No.
Yep. And he just starts walking away.
But Shirku looks back to Asger.
Asker's gonna run up and hug him.
Uh-oh.
Old person.
Asger.
As Asger's doing that,
On who?
Aurora's going to do something stupid.
I'm,
Oh
ass-
no.
I'm assuming the old person is on
Asker?
No,
Kai.
I'm Kai. I'm like,
I could
where
hope.
are you going?
I could hope.
And Aurora's going to call
it's a
him
wisdom
coward.
save.
Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's at 17. I'm rolling an 8. And he just... And you call him a coward?
If he's leaving, he's a coward. And Aurora's hating
Commit one
saying this
crime at a
because
time.
she knows he's high up.
This
I
is
feel
why
like we
he
lost
lives
an ally.
uniquely happy among this group.
And with that, Shirku takes several steps away from the group.
That's not what I expected to have happen at all.
You watch as... You've seen him fight with the Defender. That was what he used the first time you all fought. Instead of pulling the Defender, he actually just grabs the sword hilt, and you just watch as a blade of flame and sun just erupts from it. And he turns to look at you, Zastrava. I don't think you understand what you just did there.
Actually, I do. I got you to turn around. I knew I was never going to be able to hold you, but I got you to pause.
You want to make that deception check?
No!
Or no, that wasn't. Okay.
No, that's truthful. He's a fucking wizard. I wasn't going to be able to pull that off. But I mean, you were walking away. And, well, we all know what happens when we say those terrible words. I look to Asker and to Cypher. Please tell me that you are still an ally to Rolla?
I'm an ally to exactly who I've always been.
Wait, but the king made it. Wait, Asker, did you say he did or didn't make a deal?
I have no idea. Anthony didn't exactly give me a yes or no answer on that with that insight.
It's fair. No, I mean, did the Galus.
Gaelic.
Gaelic.
Oh, Gaelic, yeah. Gaelic supposedly did, which I think I've heard from Plomine. I thought Plomine was lying to me. And then I heard it from the Man of Mirrors, and I was pretty sure the Man of Mirrors was lying to me.
So, I mean, like, but
Oh, he had advantage on that. Oh, well.
But if Galus made a deal, and then Kai made a deal, so maybe they've been, oh no, serving the main man all along.
I'm serving the exact same person I always have. I can't help that my weaker-willed selves are not in agreement with that.
Sorry.
I feel like your strong will should have kept you from doing anything reckless then.
I didn't do anything reckless. Everything I
Then
do
why are
is
you
well.
leaving?
It's up to you all to take care of this issue. I have other more important errands to run with the Roland military. You can keep your little tower.
Oh, what deal? The Cypher just thought of what deal were you offered?
Everything I've ever wanted.
I thought so. You made a deal with them.
Asker just like is holding him at his waist so he can't fucking teleport away right now. And just goes, I'm disappointed in you. I thought your allegiances with Rolla would have lasted longer.
Asker, why did you have to tell him to ask for something
Because
like
he
that?
didn't believe. And I believed him to be strong enough to not do this.
When
It's
you're
late.
greedy,
Let him go.
when someone's greedy, you don't do that.
Goodbye, Asker. I need Asker. Let's see.
Is he
Zastrava,
casting a spell?
Mila,
I have
Cypher.
readied.
You do have something readied, but you get to make your will save first. Mila, so Asker, Zastrava, Mila, and Cypher to make will saves. Wisdom saves.
We'll do the inspiration. Let's see, that's 12. Oh my god.
Wait,
2 12s in a row.
do I have a +4 from Asker?
I don't think so, because everyone else has gotten... Asker's a little bit more ways away from everyone right now.
I wasn't sure how far he got.
Decently. His base speed is 40 feet. And it went up to 50 feet as soon as Zastrava tried to cast hold on someone. So let's see. That's... So Mila's at a 20?
Yes.
Zastrava, you're at a 14, 12, 12. So Cypher, Asker, Zastrava, Mila. I feel like there's one more. Did I not say?
You didn't say my name, so do you want me to roll one?
Yes, actually, you called him a coward.
Yeah. Because he is a coward.
Shirku was trying to be polite to the guy.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. All of you are immediately...
I wanted to add fate points to
Oh,
that.
okay, how many
Five
fate?
of them.
More than
All 5 of them?
I wouldn't recommend it because apparently
Oh,
20 is not enough.
oh
It
wait,
is
never
not.
mind then. Never mind.
That was the reason I didn't even try.
You are
There's a
all
reason why I stepped away from the
immediately
party.
teleported 120 feet away from him, just scattered away. And then you watch as he casts another spell and just vanishes in flame.
Well, for 120
Have
feet,
a
we
good
probably
one.
don't see.
Yeah, it's flame, it's light, it's night.
Yeah. I'm glad Shirku stepped away from the party then. With that, I'll look over at some of the other people that are at the table. Well, there goes that.
Evelyn just is like, why? Get them back here. Now. Now.
Yeah. I need to talk to Astra after this. And with that, Shirku walks off.
I'm assuming you all reconvene at the Black Quill.
Yeah. Dejected.
Aurora gets her nice speed to run there. In 1.5 turns.
Nice.
Nice.
As you all get back, Evelyn looks directly at you. You ask her, I understand that you don't necessarily know too much. Oh, Asker is going to wait? Okay. Sorry.
So,
So-
pass by any of them as they go looking.
They're not too hard to find us. It is only 120 feet just scattered in sight.
And I walk back and probably somewhat scolding Asger on the way.
As you actually see Asker, you see that she's just kind of kneeling down and just praying.
All right, Asger, come on. Let's head back to the quill.
No response.
I put a hand on.
Entirely focused in prayer.
I put a hand on her shoulder with that.
What?
You can-
Go ahead.
Hmm?
Go ahead, Shirku.
You can continue praying when you get back. But all I have to say is, please don't ask anybody to do that again. Not while we're out here. We have a job to do and a city to save. We don't have time.
Not to mention, we just taught all of these guards and Evelyn how to do the same thing. It's a big oof. Ah, well.
Asker, what are you praying for?
I will send it to you in a message.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yay, Shirku's being ignored.
Yeah, you are being completely ignored.
How's it feel, Shirku?
I'm going to pick her up,
Sorry.
carry her back to the Black Quill.
I don't think that he has too much issue with that.
Unfortunately not.
So the rest of you all get back. Is there any other plans that we have at the moment besides any other ideas?
Good
We
pray.
supply up and get ready for war.
Then I have words I need to talk with Asker, but otherwise we should all be getting.
Cypher, can you let Gojira know about Kai?
I'm afraid to bring anyone into this now.
No, not to bring here, but to tell Gojira about Kai.
All right, I'll use.
As a warning. As for Asker, she's been praying the entire time I've been carrying her over, so I don't know what's with that.
Yes, I also just love hearing Gojira.
I just sent him a message of, we made a mistake, and Kai might not be allied with you anymore. We
Tell him
don't
about
know.
the Master Mirror. Made a deal with mirrors.
I'm not saying that because apparently that's not a common belief.
Kai is never going to depart from us. He is a loyal ally.
I will tell the group, well, I've warned them, they do with it as they do.
So, Asker, as you get dragged back to Evelyn's.
Ooh. You know what could have been the spicy bit? Is if Kai asked for his other personalities to be erased. It's gotta be uncomfortable to be split in a body.
Do you say that, Esmila?
Would Mila say that? No, I don't think Mila would have that much thought on split bodies.
Okay. So Asker,
That's really tragic.
as you get brought back by Shirku, Evelyn looks at you. Asker? I know you don't know much about a lot of the world. I don't know a lot about Kai. I've had some interactions with Aster, Rowan, and Hawthorne. They're not originally from this world. They came here from after some sort of magical explosion that they got shunted to our reality.
Oh, well, asking to go back home would be relatively nice. Maybe.
Except for that's not exactly what Kai wants.
That's the bad part.
The other three are very happy with what their arrangement of that. They never know who's going to be in the next morning. They have a system that they've developed. Kai has never been one to be okay with losing control.
Oh, so Kai's in charge now.
Most likely. And if Kai's in charge and owes a debt to one of the most powerful evils that walks the world,
That's what I was afraid of. Chai seems grieved when I first met him. Power hungry.
Even if we slay the Davads now, I worry that we just gave too much of a... The Davads, I don't feel like are going to be a problem in losing them for Lestrats anymore.
Shirku shakes his head, almost in agreement with that. I don't think they will. That's not going to be good.
Lestrat?
The mirrored man's name.
Aurora, give me a stealth check with advantage. Asker, you hear nothing. At least as far as your prayers go. Actually, Asker, give me a religion check. Yes, Aurora, the answer to your question is yes.
Awesome.
I've never needed to roll an at 20 more.
Give me a second.
You know what? I'll put 4 fate points into that.
So 22.
Mm-hmm.
For the second time in your life, you hear a voice in your head. Sophiriel, you recognize. Giving your wings to the fire would not help. Elyn is going to need you as an angel to keep the darkness at bay. I'm glad that you didn't accept his deal.
It seems like too short term a fix for this long-term solution.
It would have been. And even then, it probably wouldn't even been a fix. I'm not going to be able to keep the dreams away. But I will make sure that we burn every sinner with vengeance for the pain that they will cause upon you. I'm sorry that taking in the power that I grant is problematic for you.
One day maybe I'll learn to control it, and it won't burn up the body that hosts it.
And you hear nothing else. So, Aurora, you want to give me that athletics check as you start climbing?
Tiny bright side, Cypher no longer owes us
Sure.
high.
I get my climbing speed of 20
Calculated.
from
Oh.
that.
Oh yeah, you have a climbing speed because you can just run
Yeah.
up the wall. I forget
Yeah.
these things. Sorry.
Mila and Winter are gonna have great times.
She can run across water, climb up walls, and do extra more climbing.
Can you please let me know how exactly once you get like near the top, how are you checking on the flame?
Are there any like spots where she can safely stay there for like a few minutes?
Maybe if
Nope.
she like is clawed in and
Yeah,
like
she'd be-
holding and like hanging off basically.
That's what she'd probably be doing. And then she's gonna do a religion check. I think that makes the most sense.
At work. Sorry, I was waiting for the roll.
10.
You've never seen a flame dwindling this low. But otherwise, as far as specific things, you've never heard of it. never seen it.
Could I also do a history to
Yeah,
see if I have actually heard of it?
sure. No flames ever go out. Flames are strong. Flames are powerful.
Oh,
No flames ever go out. There's never been
So
a flame
this-
that goes out.
this is really, really bad then.
There was a reason I was thinking about making a deal with a certain someone.
She's going to worriedly climb back down now.
And she rejoins the crew without. Evelyn looks out to you all. Well, it sounds like the best that we can do is I will help the guard at the far north gate, the northwest gate. You all will hold the northeast gate. In-Depths will be holding the south gate.
Seems like it.
How big are the gates?
The actual gate part is about 15 feet. 15, 20 feet.
Well, even if we manage to win here, it won't stop them. It's only going to delay them most likely. So it'd probably be the best option to take the chance to try and evacuate it once the opportunity arises. There's no real way to reignite the flame unless more people can still teleport back and forth. I'm not seeing much of a way that this city could continue standing over the course of the month.
If we had more time, I think we would be able to get a flame from another city. It's just limited in time as we are. Maybe if we would have left as soon as you guys got here to teleport back, and if I would have been prepared with it.
Well, another thing we could try attempting is one person teleports now to try and go get the flame, and while we're defending, brings the flame here. That's the best option I can see right now if we're still wanting to go that route.
I don't know if I mean, I wouldn't be able to leave until in the morning. And even then, once I leave, it would take me time to get the spells ready to get the... There's a lot that has to... It's not just as simple as just grab flame and move it over. There are certain items that are needed. I can find them, but it'll take time. If you don't need me during the defense of the city, I could go as soon as I sleep.
Steve, I think we need you in two places at once at this point.
If you think it's possible to get back during the combat.
What if we sacrifice Old Ward?
Sacrifice what?
We sacrifice half the city, destroy the bridges, line up ships across the water.
Problem is, the only ships that I know of are probably whatever the Gravenholds had hidden away. I didn't see any other ships when he came by.
I don't think it's the ships that matter. It's that he's suggesting everyone move to the south side.
Yes.
If it's undead, won't they be able to cross the water?
You'd have to go underneath the water first.
We can think of
But also
something.
it's sacrificing the bone springs. That's a lot of people that aren't going to fit.
That'd be quite the compact space.
They don't need to fit in the city. I mean, if they can be across the water to the south of the city. As long as they're not in the north.
Beyond that, I was thinking that even if one side fell, we could use the bridges as chokeholds. But with their three different attack paths, that might be difficult.
I mean, just like as an out of character thing, we tend to ramble on with like a lot of back and forth on strategy. Do we want to have it in like text so we can actually get somewhere in a session, or just like say that the mayor gets to decide the strategy and that
Yeah, we need
play to it
we need to
spot?
conclude it, or else we're just gonna be sitting here
You're
forever.
It's true. I need to find supplies.
What's
What
up?
do you need?
I need a dragon statue.
A dragon's what?
A
A little
dragon's what?
dragon statue worth money.
Ooh.
Why do you need a dragon statue?
What is your plan?
Researching a new spell.
Always.
What
Concerning.
spell?
Oh, you'll see if I can pull it off.
Well, if it helps
I'd,
in this defense, we'll definitely need it.
It's
By the way-
actually, we need to get your weapon working correctly.
Oh, that almost forgot. Yes, that is right.
It's wonderful against demons right now, I assume.
It's wonderful against demons, yes, but aberrations seem to resist it whenever I attack them with the
Isn't it
weapon.
undead and demons who are coming to kill us at the moment?
Can someone get me to the flame?
Yeah. We going now?
Yeah, I need to check something.
Okie doke. We'll go off a cipher.
Okay.
Being carried by Mila.
As Mila is just like sort of dying internally at this meeting.
Mila does not do good with meetings. We need to give Mila a ball of yarn for every meeting.
Mila helps.
Ooh.
Shirku, meanwhile, is cringing during the meeting because so many mistakes have been made during it without them actually
Oh.
being actively in the fight.
Who all in the
Down.
meeting looks injured?
No one. A lot of
No.
pride being injured and feelings being injured, but
Yeah, I think the only one who was heavily injured during the last fight was Hasker and Mila.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a couple hits, but nothing terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over half at the moment, which
I
is pretty
can
good
get-
for me.
Health back in like a wild shape if I need to in a pinch.
As
Speaking-
Aurora was going to offer medical aid.
I don't know how unrustled Aurora's fur is yet. Got you pretty good.
Yeah. It's also partially my fault too.
Yeah,
Or no, I got
Yeah.
you. Did I get both of you?
it's you and that kid's fault.
Yeah, you know.
interesting. What was I gonna say? So how are you? How are you getting Cypher up there?
I'm gonna have Mila bring my skeleton too. I don't want to leave that thing alone with people right now.
Well, was planning on just walking to the tower. Then let's see. As Mila kind of picks up Cypher, sort of estimating the weight and thinking how bad is or how hefty is Cypher for climbing.
Probably not too problematic.
I have a bag of holding full with everything. I'm not that heavy.
Well, I didn't know if Dragonborn have like significantly denser baseline sort of thing, you know?
Denser, but not in that way.
It's a good one. And okay. Yeah. Hold on, and Mila will throw a couple of spines at the shoulders.
All right,
Okay.
we're going up to the flame.
Okay.
Hmm.
As you head up, what are you doing as you get to the top?
I'm gonna see if the ritual is all still in place that was summoning that demon, for one.
Give me an Arcana check.
Come on, why can't I roll a good
Hey.
Arcana?
It's a cursed tower. Who would
I
have
will
thought?
throw my 4 fate points in there to bring it up to a 16, just because. Yeah.
Are you doing any spells along with this?
You know what? I'll do detect magic. I forgot. I always forget I have that.
Oh,
Okay.
Close your eyes.
You do detect magic. I would say that the main source that you see is divine.
Okay.
It's almost a blinding amount of divine. Even with it, you can tell it's dwindling.
Okay.
But behind the cause of that divine dwindling is a dark side of divine.
All right. We got some evil magic going on. That does make sense. Huh.
Where to?
Like, is the evil magic, is it a physical thing in the fire that I can see?
No.
Okay. So we know the fire is dying. Let's give up on saving it. I'm gonna see if I have anything I can use to get us something out of what's left of the fire to use to help us.
Give me another Arcana check.
All right. Come on, good Arcana. You can do it. Wow. I really need a way to gain advantage on that.
Don't tease yourself with advantage on rolls you don't have it on.
Okay. Nothing that you can really think of.
Oh. Let's see. We have a dying fire with an evil source in it. Oh, actually, I do have another spell that'll help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Mila, I'm gonna need you to heal me
Yeah.
or catch me. This is going to suck. I'm gonna identify on the flame.
Yeah. Bye, Cypher.
Poor Red.
Touch.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
So, I don't. Give me a. Oh.
And I'm going to use my ability to gain resistance on the next damage source that hits me.
Oh, so you'll just be 90% dead instead of 180% dead.
Yeah.
Cypher, give me a. Wisdom saving throw? Wisdom saving throw. Let's go with wisdom saving throw. I'm just going to wisdom.
Well, that's a nat one.
Yeah.
That's bad. We might be saying goodbye to Cypher.
Desperate times.
Excited.
Annabelle can resurrect, sort of.
I have Revivify.
That requires a body.
Sure does. Also requires me to
This
set
is
spell
why,
slots I don't currently have.
So you
This
take
is why
half
advanced
damage
parties
from
store,
this.
like a finger of each party member in a jar.
You do take half damage from this cipher.
Okay.
And this isn't the first time I've done this to someone.
I hope you have full health.
It might take a second for roll 20 to roll.
Doesn't
That's a lot
Cypher
of
have
dice.
a phylactery somewhere?
Well, that's something.
Yeah.
So Cypher, you take 292 points of damage.
I do believe I am at 0.
I do believe you are disintegrated.
Oh no. I did not
As
think that went through.
Mila, as you watch as he touches it, and the flames erupt. Mila, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Hey, Cypher, don't you have a phylactery somewhere?
Oh, no.
185. Divided by 2
You
is
should've made one.
147.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Divided by
I didn't think Mila would get counted this.
75 points of damage. Mila?
Or 75.
Yep. No, just
Yeah.
75.
Yeah,
As-
Mila is also disintegrated.
You're not
Oh, no.
disintegrated. The flames
Okay.
just start to burn you, and then you fall.
Yeah.
Mila is well.
How far in the negatives do you go before you're insta dead? I thought it was 10.
No, it's your HP bloodied or HP
Oh.
negative.
Yeah,
Incredible.
it's
Also, how
double
is
your
the fall
HP going
damage?
down.
That's what I was about to work on.
Yeah.
I'm about to have to make a deal with someone just to get all ingredients back.
It's
Uh,
okay. Mila's fundamentally different.
How much
from
HP do you have? What's your max HP? Mila?
Negative 39.
No, what's your total? Just because when you hit the negative 39 doesn't stick around. You go back to 0.
Okay. 65.
65 is your total HP. You're not going to be able to take enough fall damage to go negative. But you do take a negative failed death saving throw. As
Yeah.
the party hears a boom.
An explosion.
Not really an explosion, just a boom, as in the dropping of Mila's body onto the ground.
Did
Yeah,
Aurora use her feline agility and a dash?
yeah,
to
sure,
get
would be
to
going
that
out there.
point?
Yes,
Does
and
the
it's
flame
Yeah.
explosion, you just hear whoosh.
Yeah, Shirku would use his trick with the echo to allow him to move farther than he can run.
Shane. Winter's able. You get out there real quick, and you see Mila scorched, like her body is like burnt to a crisp, and just there's still a slight amount of breath.
Okay. I'm going to expend a key point,
Okay.
and I'm going to Hands of Healing her.
Okay. How much healing are you able to give?
Not a lot, but it can do some.
8
8
points.
healing.
So Mila, you're able to breathe, you're conscious, but your body is like, you've been in pain before,
Oh, yeah.
but it's almost like every single nerve on the outside of your skin is just bare, and you're feeling the wind going across your skin.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
even
yeah,
as a
this is why we wear feathers. This is unpleasant. Mila curls up.
And even as a changeling,
tail.
like you're trying to slowly, like you're able to slowly like move your skin, like the nerves, and cover it with like different feathers and stuff like that to try and get it.
Oh no, feathers aren't growing back there for a while.
Yeah.
The fluffy kitty
The Shirku catch up?
protects.
Yeah, you're not too far behind.
So yeah, Shirku comes over, runs around Aurora, and gets on one knee with a hand being placed on Mila. Oh, that got hurt. Commenting,
Mila
"Mila,
girls
what happened?
into her tail.
What happened to you?" And I look up to the tower,
Tower's
probably seeing the
doing-
ash of Cypher flying away.
Not
Hey,
really
on the
able to
Cypher-
notice that.
On the plus side, maybe your body fed the flame, so nice job.
Wouldn't it be the dark part of the flame?
You know, it's
50-50.
mathematical.
Um,
Well,
Yeah,
we're not
Mila's
getting that
busy on,
dragon.
Oh,
damage control rather than answering
yes.
questions. Because there
If
might have
she
been
was
some like
paralyzed-
cipher screams as well.
or if they were paralyzed, Aurora takes away the paralyze.
that's
Nice.
yeah. She wasn't paralyzed, just really, really badly burnt.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go
Curling up and
to
cleaning up.
Cypher
Oh yeah.
because,
Oh 7.
Mistakes
interestingly
made.
enough, this is how someone else ended up making a deal too.
What?
You went from immense pain to just nothing. You're looking around. There's just a gray landscape around you, nothing around. Then you hear. Oh, isn't it a marvelous thing that I still had a piece of your soul?
Oh. That did not go as planned.
No, it did not. I've seen it before. At least you were smarter about it. You didn't run face first into the flame. So you want to protect those who you care about. You want to help them. And now you just left them all to die. How does it feel?
Not great. Not gonna lie.
Oh well, it's not like anyone in that city has enough power to resurrect you.
Ah.
There's nothing left of your body. It's just ash. That requires powers of oh, the 9th degree, and someone strong in their faith.
So why am I not completely gone? That seems like it was a bit more than even leaving a fragment of me behind.
I pulled you and snatched you from it. You've made a deal before.
And you added a lot more stipulations onto said deal.
Oh, if you don't think there'll be a laundry list of stipulations on this one. I mean, the last one, I made a deal with a king of a faraway city that you might be familiar with. He was supposed to stop a ritual from partaking. He failed that part. He succeeded on other parts. What would be worth bringing you back to the world for?
Truthfully, not much, because I'm working against you.
You are. You are.
Ineffectually, or in fact, like
I really appreciate
counter-effectually,
the
as
honesty
one
there,
is.
Cypher.
I mean, for a while you were going and working against Elyn too. But you seem to care more about her now. Well, you did until her flames ripped you asunder.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting to happen. That was a bit of a surprise.
At least we all learned that we could at some point survive that.
Why would I bring you back? Or do I just keep you here with me? And you watch as the gray becomes black. And then eyes just start going poop, poop, poop. Green with the mirrored symbol inside them. As in between the eyes, mouths start opening with fierce fangs. Just... I could just keep you here forever.
Do I have access to any of my magic by chance?
No.
Oh no. I'm in quite the pickle.
With that, we're gonna head back to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Strava is going to take out her heart after like realizing everything that's going on, and she's going to like pluck 2 of the strings, but she still has some slots left, and hoping that she's gonna be able to get into contact somehow with Elyn.
Meanwhile,
Gosh
I'm gonna
darn.
try and pick up Mila and bring her back to the bookshop.
Mila flinches away as she's working on her own wounds and moving the injured parts to her tail and taking that off, fixing things up.
Come on, let's bring you back inside.
Bite's hand is busy healing.
What are you playing? What are you thinking? What are you...
I'm playing the song and the melody that we heard in the woods, like Ellen's kind of theme, perhaps. And thinking about needing help to get Cypher back.
What level spell slots do you have left that you were putting into this?
Oh, I still have 2 of the harp spell slots or spells that I was going to give up, and then I also have a 4th level and 2 3rd levels.
Make a performance check.
Goodness. And I will add 9 fate points.
So performance check of a DC of 45, not 55. Sorry, wrong 10.
Oh, I can get up to 41. I can also try to reroll, but I think I'd have to roll. I don't think I can even hit. Oh wait, no.
Well, no, you've done 45. That is what you did with the spells being burnt, and you feel the magic going through it.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Ask her, how are you reacting to all of this? As you hear, as the Strava playing the song that you heard, Elyn, and you hear all of the whispers of, he touched the flame, and he got disintegrated. He touched the flame, and was disintegrated. Amongst the guard.
I don't know. Like, there's no good reaction to have.
Probably ask her, like,
Asker's worried
what's
about
going
Mila,
on?
but like Asker has no fucking shit left to heal at all. So like, there's nothing I can do to help Mila at the moment.
I
Like,
mean, Mila has her own. Mila's patching herself up.
Wait,
She just
That's
doesn't
fair.
like being poked when her burnt flesh bits.
wait, who was muttering she touched the flame?
He touched the flame, and it's the guards that are around.
Mila's healing
is
up and maybe
mine?
like
Hey.
and peeling off
He touched the
chunks,
flame?
The song
absolute
that
chunks of burnt flesh.
Zastrava is playing is the Rolla, like, anthem, yes?
Yes.
Or what was... Is there a song that goes along with that at all? Or a
Mm.
poem? Or anything?
There would be a poem. I am not a poet, and I know it. There is a theme. I can't really play it because copyright.
That's fair. Asger would start to, in the best way that she could, along with Zastrava, like reciting the poem.
Is
Okay.
Estrava over with Bila as well?
I'd be like out in front of the tower, I guess. Like,
Okay.
Oh, you guys.
Aurora
came
is
over.
also going to join in.
Aw,
She knows those.
Heretics over here is going to do the last bit of healing. Get back up to.
So let's see. Aurora, give me a religion check.
Okay. I can do that.
Asker, give me a persuasion check.
Uh-oh.
Oof, that's bad.
Mila ask, where'd Cypher go? And start
Oh, no.
looking around the tower.
And you then hear he turned to dust. Turned to dust.
If Mila's starting to move more rapidly like that, Shirku would actually pull her into a worried hug.
Would anyone else like to bring something to this impromptu resurrection ritual?
Shirku doesn't know how to.
Neither did I, so that's why I came up with the best solution I had.
Okay.
I don't even know what to do.
Could I possibly put all 5 of my fate points into this?
So you want to bring yours up to a 13?
Yeah, it might help.
Makes it so it's not a fail. As bad of a fail, at least. Not by 2 degrees.
After
And
like leaving the
Asger-
hug, Mila might like look for
Uh,
bits, but
Ring,
yeah,
could
I
spend
don't
the-
even know what Shirku could even do. He's not a mage. He's not a performer. He doesn't know dang thing about resurrection.
Aurora doesn't know what they're doing.
Asker, what were you going to say?
Back in time and warned me.
No.
Can I spend that 1 point that's keeping me off of the next step down on that thing to help this in any way?
I mean, you could also spend a fate point to bring yours up to a 20, but...
I don't have any fate points.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Hey, let me correct
Nope,
that.
nope. Rolls already been made. No. Good
I'm
try.
just giving Asger more points.
You can do that still.
Ooh,
Asker's not the
actually,
one
I
who's
do have
dead.
an idea. If
Alright,
I'm
Ren.
allowed.
That
Or
brings
is this
me
where
down
Cypher
to
uses
90.
his fate points to like help resurrect himself? And it's like,
I-
I don't want to die
I'm
yet.
out of fate points.
I do have an idea, if you'll allow me, Ren.
Huh. What's your idea? Oh, wait. Oh. Reroll now.
First off, the Shirku knew at all what they're trying to do.
Give me a Arcana check, Shirku.
Because
Aurora
that'd
doesn't
be
know
the
what
big
she's doing.
question.
Religion, yeah. How well have you been listening to Asker's daily talks, Shirku?
Time
How
to
much
find
you have the
out.
concept of the
Not
afterlife?
now.
I said, yeah. Okay. You don't know what they're doing.
Then no. I was gonna try and get everybody else, all the guards in, but no.
One success, one fail. by 1 degree, so that cancels each other out. So DC. Okay. Zastrava, as you're playing and you feel the heat of her eyes on you, what are you thinking?
I am praying and begging and asking for her to bring my friend, my traveling companion, my protector and guider, and the person that makes me laugh. Hopefully back from back from death. And that if she can do this in any way, I will be like her devout follower for the rest of my days.
Cypher,
Yeah.
as you're talking with the Man of Mirrors, you watch as... Oh, what was that?
Probably more concerned, everything's going black and probably getting tentacly and mouthy.
Yeah. And then you watch as he looks at you and is like, no, you're mine, you're mine. And then you just see light. Please don't touch the flame again.
Why is it so deadly?
It's why it keeps things away.
It's so vicious.
It's what happens whenever anything enters its radius that's not supposed to be there.
I was expecting a burn. Not atomization.
Pretty instantaneous too.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you fail your wisdom saving throw.
Crit failed to be exact.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Your friends don't normally have the power, but they figured out a way to call me to them. Zastrava really cares for you. Please don't make her worry like this again.
Oh, I won't. I won't be making that mistake again.
And as you say that, you feel flames start, like exactly how it had felt in the briefest of instant as it had washed over you, go the exact opposite way. As Zastrava, in front of you, as you're playing, you watch as this golden energy just circles you and rises and then falls down, and there in front of you, with 1 hit point and a dream, Cypher comes back with 1 fate point.
Woo.
Ask her you got 2 if earlier.
Burning.
You're... Cypher, remind me, you were a white dragonborn? Silver dragonborn? White. Silver. You are no longer a silver dragonborn.
Oh.
Oh.
It still, initially looks silver as you look at him. But if you look closely, the silver has now become platinum.
Oh, God. You know how we love to make consequences for our actions, Anthony?
Uh-huh.
I was reading something and I feel I have to tell you this, but I don't want to, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I died, the skeleton, there was a chance it would gain its original personality back, the person it was before it was resurrected.
What's the chance?
Doesn't really give a number. It just says sometimes they'll just stand and guard something. Other times they'll
Your skeleton is no longer there.
Yeah, I figured that's gotta happen.
That'll be interesting.
Oh no.
So you know, on my die, I rolled an 18. The DC was 15.
That is extremely lucky. Okay, guys, let's all go jump into the flame.
It'd be so bad.
Okay, we just fine.
Independent skeletons, temporary or permanently free of a master's control, sometimes perform actions from their past life.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I know exactly what happened to your skeleton.
Oh no.
The skeletons of nobles might continue an eternity of unfinished business.
I ask her. We'll get to that later.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
Um,
I already sleep with my door barricaded in fear of Shirku's sister.
Now you have something more than fear.
Aurelie, sister.
so Cypher's just gonna be like, great, the gods are real, and I definitely owe them a favor.
The Shrub is just gonna like throw her hand or like arms around Cypher and be like, "Ooh, big scaly Dubby, how can you be so smart and so stupid at the same time?"
Just
We'll be doing
confused.
like pulse check, medicine check on the vitals.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah. And with it all done, Shirku will actually join the group and seeing how Cypher's doing before commenting, "Why did you touch the flame?"
There's a piece of evil in the flames. I was hoping to understand it more. Apparently, the fire is really angry at everything.
What do you think happens when you play with fire?
You get burned, not disintegrated. There's a big difference.
What happens when you play with giant magical infernos?
Did you learn anything though?
Don't poke
That's
the
what
fire.
it
You know, I've learned to avoid towers. Other
Does
than my
Cypher
master,
have any wounds?
I am
Nope.
very hurt.
Okay, I can't do anything.
You
about
see,
that then.
there are no physical wounds on his present person, though.
Definitely can't do anything about that.
And with that, perceptions highest is Mila with an 18, right?
I have 19.
19,
Winter, yeah.
19 for Winter, 18 for Mila. Who else is above a 15?
17 for
17.
Shirku.
Two 17s. Perception.
No, 9.
So-
It's
Oh.
going to be not Asker, not Cypher.
Everyone besides you, two. You hear a scream, followed by a chorus of screams north of you as
Yep, they're
people
early.
start shrieking. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session as Bone Spring starts to light in flames.
Oh no. She
no.
moved fast.
And thank you all for coming. I'm sorry for the ups and downs of today. I don't know.
Sorry, this is a great story.
I don't
We're
know.
giving these people A+ content.
I don't know anymore.
Hey, Red, what would you do if someone cast a major spell in the city and just had everyone jump into the flame?
No.